building. Just coming into Tailrace Park around this bunch of willow trees up here, and so that's the end of this trail. You might just be able to see the giant slide that comes down from the top of that spider web climbing thing. This park here has play equipment like that, a lot of it. It has several barbecue stations, and outdoor fitness equipment, toilets, and a floating jetty, and some boat ramps as well. And it's called Tailrace Park, I think, because just the other side of the toilet block here is a thing called Tailrace Inlet, which I think is a natural thing. Just had some construction work on it as well. G'day mate, how are you? Explain that better when I get a bit closer. Road into the park off the West Tamar Road. The car park behind me has just gone through, as you can see. Another car park just off to my left there. Rusty wheel you can see in front of me is a water wheel from a decommissioned power station. A big white building directly ahead of me is the Trevallyn power station, and the Tailrace Inlet, which is now below me on the right, is where the water from the power station is released into the river. I think it's twice a day. Usually when the water's being released, just down there. You might even be able to see the tide mark on the concrete block there. There are lots of birds around. Not sure if that's because the water's warm or because the water bubbling stirs up lots of food for them, or a bit of both. Now, normally if I was just running this track, I'd run down that way and do a loop and go over the Tailrace Inlet. But as I say, not today. I've got a bigger challenge to face shortly. So I'm on the uphill. This area is now riverside, even though that power station back there, it's called Trevallyn Power Station. person who just went past riding one of those electric scooters, which are very popular here in Lonnie. Two different companies, some orange ones, the purple ones. I think they work by having an app on your phone which unlocks them and charges you for it. You can take it wherever you want. I assume there's some sort of distance charge or time charge where they work it out, and then when you get to wherever you're going, just leave it there and somebody else will take it. I don't know how the servicing or maintenance of them happens, or how much of that it would need to be. Couple of shops up ahead here at Riverside. One is a florist, the other's a vet, and then about a kilometre beyond these traffic lights is a supermarket and a bunch of shops. That is the commercial section of Riverside. Directly beyond the traffic lights is the Riverside Golf Course. And as I mentioned, going downhill means you've got to go up, and I've got to do that any moment now. And of course, I thought I'd gone the wrong way too far, but I'm here. See that 5.7 kilometres in 34 odd minutes to this point. Obviously the heart rate and the pace are all going to drop when I stand here and work out who's going which way. I think I can cross this section here. I never do what I'm doing, across at the red when the red lane's on. Here is Pomona Road, and the first section of a long about 2.5 kilometres back to home. There are some steep bits just like this, and then it levels itself out, and just when you think, oh great, leveled out, another steep section. So my goal, as I mentioned at the beginning, is to do no walking. It's one of those points in the run where you look for a marker and say, let me get to there and I'll see what happens. The marker I'm aiming for is the white van up ahead. And then what? Well, there's a roundabout that's up ahead. So that's the next marker. There's this roundabout. And then hopefully up to the ute just ahead. Yeah, this pole here. And we'll wait the hand.